few days ago, our grandson was staying with us for school holidays, and at one point I heard him in the bathroom suddenly say, "I love my life." And I thought, oh, wow, it was such a beautiful thing to hear. And it just came from him, just straight from the heart, just no context, nothing, just, "I love my life." And for me, hearing that, it was so touching, because I thought, wow, here's this kid who's obviously had a great holiday. He's surrounded by people who love him. He's feeling, solid, secure. He's in touch with what he's feeling, and that's what he's saying about it. "I love my life." And the heart knows these things. The heart is the part of us that's connected with those states of being and knowing and feeling. And for me, hearing him in that moment, it was just like his heart was speaking, just like, "I love life and I'm appreciating it." There's definite gratitude in his tone. And for me, hearing that, it also moved me. And it just reminded me that, we don't have much understanding about how to connect to those states of knowing, and we don't have much common language for what the heart's about, even though in our common language in all cultures across the world, people refer to the heart as the knower. We have expressions like open-hearted, kind-hearted, clear-hearted, giving, soft-hearted. Like, there's this knowing that somehow the heart knows things. And yet, how do we get access to that knowing? How do we connect with that? How do we make a decision to come from that place in our life? And that's a conversation about heart-centered living. And my name's Cameron Tukapua. I'm a Chinese medicine practitioner. Myself and a group of others called You Being You are coming to online education to offer teachings on how to get connected to heart-centered living, why we need to do that, and why the heart is the ruler of our lives. In Chinese medicine, the heart is seen as being the supreme controller because it's the ruler of the mind. So we have this awareness that's divine. We have this awareness which is unlimited, expansive, and it's in touch with the universal knowing. So that state of awareness, it's absolutely pure consciousness. It is before thought. So it's this expanded, open sense of spaciousness that's there at the background of all experience. So if you're a meditator, you'll probably have been aware of touching those spaces, or if you're someone who's having a life where you have lots of feelings of love and joy and happiness, you'll be able to recognize these places of just pure openness, where there's just this feeling of spaciousness, there's the quiet mind, there's no thinking, there's just this feeling of open, expansive space. So that open, expansive space is there in the background of our lives. And the more heart-centered we become, the more we are able to quiet and still the thinking mind. And in Chinese medicine, the heart is seen as the ruler of the mind. So the heart is both access to divine awareness, this pure consciousness, and it's the director of the everyday thinking mind. So as we develop awareness of how the heart works and how we access the heart's consciousness, we can learn to teach the thinking mind to act as the servant of the universal awareness. And this can help us into our larger life possibilities, because many of us are caught in the stories of the thinking mind about things that happened yesterday or in our young life. And we carry those stories and those patterns of thinking, and we overlay them into today's experience. So today's experience is unique. It's open, it's full of possibility, and it's undefined. And yet oftentimes we overload today's experience with thoughts of the past or thoughts of the future, what's coming up. And yet really today's experience is an open book. Anything could happen today. All possibilities are open. So when we're open, we're more able to fully engage with the possibility and the presence of the now moment. And heart-centered living teaches us how to do that. We learn how to be in the present. We learn how to be more open. We learn how to be more aware of how we're feeling right now. And we learn to be more aware of others, how they might be feeling. We are conscious of the environment and how to respond to the environment that we're in, how to respond to the group of people that surround us, how to respond to any situation that comes towards us. We know what to do. So this knowing of right action, this knowing of right speech, this knowing of, what to do at any time and place is governed by the heart. So as we become closer and closer to this relationship, and as we connect with our own hearts, which is a practice, like everything else, we start to approach life from this place. So rather than the thinking mind and what's going on today, we're more awake to the present moment of what's actually happening. And coming into the present moment is the basis of all spiritual practice. And the funny thing is, on the spiritual path, there's nowhere to go. We're already here. So learning to be here and learning to fully embrace what's going on now and to be content with that, we're at one with it. And the more at one we are with our life, the more at ease we feel with ourselves, with others, with whatever unfolds for us. And it's a great reason to engage with your own heart, because the reality is your best teacher lives right inside you. And when you understand a little bit more about your heart as the ruler of your lives, you'll probably be really quite committed to making a relationship with this part of yourself, because it's ruling your life, it's ruling your thinking, it's ruling how you engage with what comes towards you. And if it's ruling all those things, why wouldn't you want to know more about it? If you'd like to know more about these teachings and you'd like to engage more of your larger life possibility, then you could join us on our course, which is coming up and beginning on October the 18th. It's called What You Don't Learn at School, and it's all about what you need to know to live and engage a larger life possibility. Thank you.